You're nothing but a failure. That's what my father announced at a family dinner, loud enough for everyone to hear. What he didn't know was that in less than 5 minutes, I'd flipped the entire table on him, not with anger, but with the one thing he never expected from me, power. My name's Joshua. I'm 30. And for as long as I can remember, I've been the family punchline, the quiet one, the dreamer, the one who still doesn't have a real job. At every reunion, they bragged about new cars, shiny titles, or marriages that looked better on Facebook than in real life. And every time, I sat silent, letting their words burn holes in me. But this year, I didn't show up as their quiet failure. I came back with something they couldn't laugh off. The table was picture perfect, wine glasses, polished cutlery, ivy climbing the trellis. I slipped into my seat, across from my parents. My father, half smiling like I was a waiter, raised a glass. To family, he said. To achievements. And to those who actually built something of their lives. Then, looking at me, and to the one who hasn't. The laughter that followed was forced, but familiar. Normally, I would have swallowed it down and left early. Not this time. I unbuttoned my jacket, slowly, and showed the black and silver logo on my shirt. At first, no one noticed. Then my sister's smile cracked. My cousin choked on his drink. My uncle leaned forward, squinting. Wait, is that Morningside Systems? I nodded. Not just the logo. The company. I finalized the purchase last week. It belongs to me now. The table froze. My uncle ran operations there. My sister had a PR role. My cousin bragged about his job there daily. And my father? He'd retired from that very company, built on the same nepotism they all enjoyed. You expect us to believe this? My dad scoffed. 2 years ago you couldn't buy a used car. You're right, I said. 2 years ago, I couldn't. But then my third app was acquired. That changed everything. My sister let out a nervous laugh. So you just got lucky. That's not the same as earning it. Interesting, I said. Because the board members I replaced seemed to think otherwise. That landed hard. Even my uncle had nothing to say. My father clenched his jaw, his anger barely contained. So what now? You show up just to rub it in. No, I said calmly. I came because you invited me. I wasn't planning to say a word. But you lit the fuse like you always do. The silence shifted. Less shock. More fear. My mom finally looked up from her phone. You wouldn't fire your own family. You're assuming I still see you as family, I replied. My cousin shot up, knocking over his chair. You can't do this. I've worked there for years. You missed 16 deadlines in the last year alone, I said evenly. The system you all built, one based on favors instead of skill, is collapsing on its own. I don't have to do anything. My father gripped the tablecloth. You'll always be that kid who couldn't make the team. I stood, buttoning my jacket back over the logo. Then it must be eating you alive knowing your future depends on that kid now. I dropped a plain envelope in the center of the table. Transition plans. Department reviews. A courtesy. And with that, I walked out. Past their polished cars, past the house where I'd once left in shame, steady and unshaken. For the first time in years, I wasn't their punchline. I was the one writing the script.